Good evening, everyone. I will be switching off the video so that there is better connectivity and you can hear me clearly. Welcome on board to Basics of Market Research, Basics of Research, actually. And a few things I would like to tell you. I'm about to start. I'm just telling you a few things. Try and ask as many questions as possible and do not shy away. Okay, I'll let me tell you what all people don't know on board. Okay, there are times when you tell participants know this much. Let me tell you, each one of you is a participant who has been screened and brought here. All participants who called me up, who had written a paper already, written a research paper already, or were at the stage of year 3 of PhD, where they have collected data already, have been refused to come to this FTP. Okay, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. I had my first FTP of meta-analysis with Dr. Ajay Chauhan, and I found out that there were many people who were at base level, say year 1. They did not know yet how to make a research objective. They did not know how to do review of literature and make a model. They did not know what are latent variables. They did not know what are constructs. They did not know what are items, p-values. Okay, so this quantitative part we have added on Friday. So my aim is that at the end of this 5-day session, you people will be ready to go for workshops like SEM, PLSM, meta-analysis, R software, research on R software, any technical research, you will be able to go to that workshop. Okay, so that is the purpose here. Do not shy away from asking questions. I promise you, whoever are there on board in the WhatsApp group, none of them have reached even their second chapter review of literature. Okay, so please ask questions. This is a very small group. It's almost like personal tuition sort of a thing, more less like an FTP, more like a personal one-to-one, where you will ask questions. You don't understand anything, ask me. I'm explaining very basic concepts today, how to write a research objective. I will be talking about dependent variable, independent variable. You don't understand, feel free to ask. This is one place where you can, without being shy, just ask. Okay, don't be shy. Everybody of us are in the same platform. We have filtered people like that. Okay, so don't shy away, just put me questions. And yes, I will be taking an hour session. Okay, please listen me out. Please listen me out. And once I'm about to start, I will stop exactly at 6:03. Exactly at 6:03, I will stop. In between, I will keep on asking you, is it clear? Is it understood? If I get a continuous yes, all of us are at the same platform. So if I get the first 10 yes, so when you ask me, suppose I ask you, have you understood? And you say yes, I'll go forward. So how I've made this PPT is that if I find that at a point of time, say after half an hour, we are ahead of our schedule, I'll take you into 2-3 new concepts. But at a point you feel that nahi ma'am, iske baad nahi samajh aa raha, ab aage nahi, bas ho gaya, please stop me. Okay, so if you frequently give me yes ma'am, understood, yes ma'am, understood, if the concepts are pretty simple and we go faster, I will go on to maybe univariate, bivariate, multivariate also today. Okay, so what I mean to say is in these 5 hours, I should be giving you maximum content, but at your pace. Okay, so let me start. Welcome to Basics of Research. Okay, and this is the whole process of research. This is all that you are about to do, and I'll explain that one by one. This is where you are right now. Okay, I hope that's a clear, actually a true picture of a PhD scholar. This is where all of you are right now. I'm going to take you through the whole process. I'm purposely not showing you that slide. I'll take you through that process. Now, this is where you are. You are wanting to do something. Okay, many of you spoke to me on phone and said, "Ma'am, हमारा तो अभी तक title भी नहीं हुआ." ठीक है, हमने just अभी entry ली है. We have just got admitted into. Okay, meanwhile, if there is any South Indian who doesn't understand Hindi, please put it in the chat. Just a second. Please put it in the chat if there's a South Indian on board. If there's not, I can continue. Okay, so fine. I'll be using a mix of Hindi and English. Okay, and let's start. Now, okay, let me first, give me a minute. Let me stop my video. Okay, now I think my this thing. I'll be repeating in English and Hindi. Okay, so right now you're at this phase. आप सब इस वक्त इस फेज पे हैं जहां आप कुछ करना चाहते हैं, आपको खुद नहीं पता आप क्या करना चाहते हैं. Okay, you all are at this stage of PhD where you yourself don't know. You are saying, I want to do something. Okay, let me take you to the first thing that you have to do is topic selection. Before that, I want to know how many of you, how many of the audience has already selected a topic and got it approved by your guides. I want to know on the chat, how many of you have got it approved, not selected? Okay, only the ones who have approved, please write. Only the ones on board who have got it approved, please write. So there are quite a few whose topic is approved. Great. Now, for those whose topic is not approved, number one, and for those whose topic is approved, but they want to write a research paper. I repeat, for those either whose topic is not approved in PhD or those whose topic is approved and they want to go for a research paper, these slides are for you. So the first thing you do is, find a rationale. Okay, find a rationale or a problem statement. Okay, now when you search problem statements, when you do review of literature, I think the first thing your guide says is go and search review of literature, go and search the rationale, go and search a problem. Industry में problem निकाल के लाओ, research में problem निकाल के लाओ, go and search a gap. There are times when my UG students, there was one ma'am in my institute, she used to take 1 month to approve the topic. 1 month, imagine it's a 6 months project. She used to take 1 month to approve the topic. Reason, this is your gap. For all those who have approved the topic and are looking forward to a research paper, this gap is very, very, very crucial. I will tell you exactly how to take out this gap. A problem statement or a project rationale gives us an explanation about the issue that is being addressed. Okay, and how do you make it? What is the process of getting this topic or to get this rationale or to get this gap? Mind you, I have still not come on objectives. I have not reached objectives yet. Objectives is a very complicated thing. I've not reached there. I am telling you how to decide a topic, how to decide a rationale, how to decide a gap. Okay, this gap could be a missing piece in the research. Like, for example, there might have been a research which is done in the European environment, not done in India. And this is such a big gap. You take any topic, there are n number of research papers done on Europeans, done on Americans, done from Malaysian consumers, done from Pakistanis also. But there are very, very few which are done on Indians. Very, very few which are done on Indians. So this is a gap. Suppose you find a study, a whole study which is done in the European culture. Model is ready. Data has been collected. Something has been proven. You can replicate the same in India and say, I fulfilled a gap. Is this much understood? Can I proceed now? Is this much understood? If understood, please type a yes. So, rationale, topic, gap. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. This will take 10 minutes now. So there's a process of doing this. For all those who have selected a topic, you want to now write your first research paper. Mind you, in 3 years of PhD, you have to write 3 papers. You have to write 3 papers. So all of you who have decided on a topic, know how to do a little bit of searching. You should be up with your first research paper now, at least in Scopus journals. Okay, so the process of this is how to identify the gap is, first thing is your interest area. I'll explain each of these. These are 5 topics. I'll explain with 5 slides. First thing is your interest area, your motivation, but there's a very big question mark. When I did my PhD, I wanted to work on consumer behavior. I was lured with consumer behavior. I wanted to understand the consumer's mind. I was lured by marketing. I was lured by consumer behavior. मैंने जब अपनी PhD शुरू की, मेरा इंटरेस्ट एरिया था कि कंज्यूमर का माइंड कैसे चलता है, वो रेड कलर को देख के कैसा फील करता है, वो फेडेड कलर्स को देख के कैसा फील करता है. सो ये मेरा एरिया था. मैंने एक PhD ज्वाइन की. मैं आपको अपना पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस बता रही हूँ. आई ज्वाइंड द PhD एंड आई हैड टू लीव इट इन 6 months. मैंने छोड़ दी. रीजन, द गाइड वांटेड मी टू टेक economic variables. The guide said you use economic variables for consumers, like say age, income, etc. I said no, I will take up psychological variables. Why? Because you have to do this for 3 years. Mind you, day in, day out, you will have to do this. You have to do something which motivates you. Okay? So, आप जब टॉपिक सिलेक्ट करें, कोई ऐसा टॉपिक सिलेक्ट करें जिसमें आपकी मोटिवेशन हो. आप 3 साल तक बड़े ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड पेपर्स पढ़ेंगे, बड़े ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड टेक्निक्स पढ़ेंगे. अगर आपकी मोटिवेशन खुद नहीं है, आप 1 साल में PhD छोड़ दोगे. ओके, नंबर 2. Okay, I got my motivation. Suppose I got my motivation, and I'll give you an example also. Just wait, just let me go through the process. I'll give you an example, you'll understand better. All that has happened with me, I'll discuss. Number 2, study only A grade journal papers. There are 3 lists which should be on your desktop. 3 lists हैं papers की, index की, quality list हम इसे कहते हैं. ये आपके डेस्कटॉप पे होनी चाहिए. The first Scopus paper that you write, okay, you should see this list and write. आप सबसे पहला जो Scopus paper लिखेंगे फर्स्ट ईयर में, इस लिस्ट में से होना चाहिए. So there are 3 lists. One is called the ABDC list. This has category of papers named A+, A, B, C. In the first year of PhD, you will very easily get through C grade. बस किसी को बोलना मत. जनरली हम बोलते हैं C ग्रेड में पेपर हुआ, तो वो C ग्रेड का कुछ और ही मतलब निकालते हैं. मतलब वो कई लोगों को ABDC पता नहीं होता. ओके, सो फर्स्ट ट्राई C level papers, C index papers in ABDC, all those who are in first year of PhD. Number 2, you will only and only, and I'll show you this process, you will only and only study A grade papers, not even B grade papers, because to some extent even B level papers have lesser quality than A or A+. Only study A+, A and A+. If you don't get the topic, there is a gap. I repeat, if you don't get the topic, that topic which you wanted to do, that topic with which you were motivated in any of these journals, which means there is a gap. If you get a lot of papers about your topic in these journals, which means there is no gap, don't take that topic. I repeat, if you get n number of papers in A grade journals on your topic, please don't take it. People come to me with general topics. They say, ma'am, online marketing पे काम करेंगे. I said, क्या काम करोगे? Social media पे काम करेंगे. I said, क्या काम करोगे? Ma'am, कुछ करेंगे. I said, पहले वो कुछ लेके आओ. Now, when you go and search that kuch, when you go and search that social media marketing or something, It should be something which has not been done. I will describe what is a variable. I'll describe what is a variable. That variable should not have been studied. This is your gap. For all those on board who have actually got their topics approved, you will have a pressure of writing a Scopus paper. The same rule applies to you also. You will only study A grade papers, and that topic that you're about to study, motivational topic, should not be there in the papers. If it is there, drop it. Drop it. There's no use. It is already there. By the time you complete your 3 years, it will be, it'll be stale. Basa ho jayega. Now, find specific terms on Google Scholar. I'll give you a demo of this. See the most cited papers and study scope of future studies. Now, I am stopping sharing I'll stop sharing this screen, and I'll straight away take you to Google search. I'll tell you how to search a paper on Google Scholar. How many of you know how to search it on Google Scholar? How many of you know how to search papers and know what I'm talking about? Most cited papers, A grade papers. How many of you are aware of this? Can you please type yes or no? If you're not aware, please type. Okay, I'll stop sharing this. I'm taking you to Google. Let's do this process. Let's find out a gap. Not exactly. Okay, so many not. The more no's I get, I'll be more happy. Now I'm taking you to Google. Give me a minute. Scholar page. Can all of you see the Google Scholar page? Yes, very good, very good. Now, I am lured with a topic. Okay, I was lured with a topic. I said, okay, अब ना हम PhD करेंगे तो इसी से करेंगे. 3 साल यही सीखेंगे और कुछ नहीं सीखेंगे. बस इसी पे ध्यान रखेंगे. So I was very lured by a topic. I'll show it to you in my slides also. I was very lured by this topic. I wanted to study the purchase intention of millennial consumers. Millennium young बच्चे होते हैं, millennial consumers, and how they purchase products where an animal has been hurt. Okay, this is my motivation. I wanted to do this topic, so I went on Google Scholar and I typed this, which we called keywords, which I call keywords. So what do? I study purchase intention of animal welfare products. I typed this on Google Scholar and I have got a few papers. Okay. Can you people read the title and tell me if the first paper is appropriate for me or not? Just read the title. Just read the title and tell me. Read the title and tell me, is it related to my topic? Should I even click on it? No, I shouldn't click on it. It says consumer perception purchase intention of organic food products. Organic food products are products which are environment sustainable, but I'm not sure whether the animal is harmed here or not. Okay. Now, if you see all these search, look at all the search. Do you find animal welfare products anywhere in the first 4 searches that I'm showing you? Is there the word animal welfare products anywhere in the whole page? No. So do I have a gap or do I not have a gap? Do I have a gap in research? Is there a gap in the research? Yes, there is. Start working on it. Start working on it. You find out your gap from Google Scholar. You find out your gap from Google Scholar. If you have an inclination in your mind, I want to do social media, you don't have to do anything. You just have to type, suppose, social media use. Suppose you just have to type it and search. Look at the papers. They are full of social media use. If my variable, I'll come to what is variable. If my variable is social media use, look at the first 4 searches. I got the exact keyword, social media use. So should I take social media use for my topic in PhD? Yes or no? Should I take social media? No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. Should I write a paper on social media use? Ideally, no. Ideally, no. Unless and until in future, I'll come back again to Google Scholar when I tell you what is independent and dependent variable. Please see over here, the search of Google Scholar. By the way, on questions of how to find out the ABDC list, the ABC list, ABDC works in Australia, ABS works in European colleges, and we have a Scopus list which works everywhere in the world. We have a UGC Care list which works only in UGC affiliated universities. I will be sending you all 4 on the group, don't worry. On Google Scholar, when you see on the right side, when you see, just a second, when you see on the right side, you have these links. If you can see, you see HTML, you see PDF, you see PDF, you see PDF. Does anybody know the meaning of this? Why are these links showing? Are these, just answer me one question. Are these full papers or are these paid papers? When I can see this link, is it full papers or is it paid? When I can see the link, they are full papers. Yes. So when I see the link over here, it means the moment I click the link, the full PDF paper will open. Okay. They are also called, technically also called open source papers. Okay. I'll tell you technically why these papers are open. Now I'll click the, let me click this one, who interacts on the web. It says ResearchGate. Okay. What this means is that the author of this paper, and I hope you all can read the author. It is Coria Hinsley Zuniga. I hope the author is clear. The author is Coria Hinsley Zuniga. The paper has been published in Computers and Human Behavior. This is an Elsevier journal. This is an Elsevier journal. So who interacts on the web? Right side you say PDF. It is written ResearchGate. Let me press this. I press this and the whole paper opened. Is the process clear for all those who are doing this for the first time? Can I go ahead? If the process is clear, okay, very good. So you can open all these papers which show that there is a link. If there is a link, definitely the paper, full paper you can view. But now the problem is, let me go down a little. Let me go down a little. And by the way, one more thing, let me, before I forget, all these papers are good journal papers because Google Scholar Pay, they are listed, number 1. Number 2, Google Scholar is showing them on their first page. There's a very old saying, if you want to hide a dead body, hide it on page number 2 of Google. So ideally, most of the papers that I see, I get on page number 1. Rarely do I go to page number 2, but I do get some on page number 2 also. Can you see this? Can you see my cursor? It says cited by 671 people. If I take the paper which is there, social media use and participation, क्या सब देख पा रहे हैं? Social media use and participation वाला पेपर है. इसका मतलब ये है कि 670 लोगों ने अपने पेपर में इन साहब की रेफरेंस यूज की. इसका ये मतलब है. Okay, 671 people. What I see is of if all these papers are available, see, Google listed all these papers on page number 1, which means all these are good. If you see the journals, they are all Elsevier, Taylor and Francis, Emerald, all good journals are there. Okay. Now how do I decide? I decide on citation. So if you see the number of citations, now look at the second search. Can you tell me how many citations it has? 2, 2, 3, 4 citations. 2, 2, 3. So is it a good paper or a bad paper? Should I study it or not study it? Tell me. Should I study it or not study? Very good paper. I should be studying it. Should I study this paper or should I study? Let me go to a few more. In the first page, generally you will get very high cited papers also. You know, that is the fun of Google page number 1. Look at the citations. कोई 500 से कम है ही नहीं. So the best thing you do is go on Google Scholar, type your keyword, and this Web of Science is a criteria, no doubt, but somehow, you know, I don't use these confusing criterias. I'll tell you why. See, it is a very subjective thing. If only 20 people have quoted you, which means nobody has studied you, which means you're not worth it. I mean, that's a very of course that's a very strong statement, but mind you, if 2,000 people are studying you took out a paper, research paper, you took out an idea, some 22 people have already studied it and cited it in their paper, which means you are really good, which means your idea is really working, you're really authentic. Okay, now all of you have to memorize this. You have to memorize these 5 journals. I'm telling you the names: Elsevier, Taylor and Francis, Springer, Sage, Emerald. Okay, all these journals are A-grade journals. Elsevier, Springer, Taylor and Francis, Wiley. Sorry, I forgot Wiley. Okay, Sage, Taylor and Francis, Wiley, Taylor and Francis, Wiley, Springer, Elsevier, Emerald, Sage. Please only read papers from them. Don't read any other paper. And I'm being very judgmental, but it's okay. It's okay to be judgmental. I've learned it the hard way. That's it. You're not going to study papers from anywhere else. Okay. All of these journals independently, which means Wiley as a publisher also has ABDC A, B, and C categories. All these journals, all these 5 journals are present in A category also, B and C also. So some of their journals, they are publishers. Basically, these 5 guys are publishers. Okay. So some of their journals are present in A grade. Some of their journals are present in B grade. Some of their journals are present in C grade. Okay. So these are such good publishers that even if you're reading a journal paper of a C grade from these 5 publishers, it is still okay. It is still okay. Okay. So ideally, typically you should go for A grade papers. Okay. And which are A grade, which are B grade, which are C grade? It's not that every time I see a paper, I go to ABDC list and check. No. When you work, you come to know about it. We cannot see the name of the journals. Yes, you can see there is Computer and Human. Then you can click it. You'll see na. I just opened a paper. Let me do it. ResearchGate वाला paper खोलते हैं. ResearchGate वाला paper खोलते हैं. ये खुल गया. ठीक है. Elsevier लिखा नजर आ रहा है आपको? Left side में Elsevier की journal है. ठीक है. Journal का नाम है Computers in Human Behavior. ठीक है. Topic का नाम क्या है? Title का नाम क्या है? Who interacts on the web? ठीक है. एब्स्ट्रैक्ट दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. समझ आ गया? खुल गया. अच्छा, आपको टाइटल दिया हुआ है. ये जो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट है, इफ यू रीड दिस एब्स्ट्रैक्ट, आपको 1 मिनट में पता चल जाएगा ये मेरे टॉपिक से रिलेटेड है कि नहीं. एंड बड़े ध्यान से सुनिए. आपको मैं शाम को असाइनमेंट देने वाली हूँ. आपको शाम को असाइनमेंट देने वाली हूँ जो कल 12 बजे तक आपने सबमिट करनी है. अपना टॉपिक ढूंढेंगे आप. इसी तरीके से टॉपिक ढूंढेंगे, पेपर स्टडी करके, और मुझे ईमेल करेंगे और मैं चेक करूंगी. ठीक है. गाइड इस वक्त 3 साल आपका भगवान है. ठीक है. मेरी बात मत सुनिएगा, गाइड की सुन लीजिएगा प्लीज. जो गाइड कहेगा करिए. ये तो मैं सिर्फ आपको तरीका बता रही हूँ कि आपने सर्च कैसे करना है. और अगर आप एक टॉपिक पे आए, आप अपने गाइड के पास प्लीज जाइए, और अगर वो रिजेक्ट करे तो फिर से ये प्रोसेस करिए. प्लीज फिर से ये प्रोसेस करिए. But as far as I know, if you get a good gap from the study, the guide will not reject. And many of the guides are very good. They are like excellent. When you go to them, they say जो मर्जी कर लो, do whatever you want to. तो वो उससे अच्छा तो गाइड हो ही नहीं सकता. अगर आपको ऐसा गाइड मिला है, मैं आपको 4 लिस्ट्स ग्रुप में दूंगी आज ही एबीडीसी लिस्ट, ठीक है, एबीएस लिस्ट, ठीक है, एक स्कोपस लिस्ट। स्कोपस में पहले ट्राई करिएगा, स्कोपस में आसानी से होता है। it is easier to get through a Scopus paper than ABDC and ABS. And there's another very easy list which is UGC care list. I don't think it's of I don't know, it has mixed quality of papers, so you can see UGC care list is better for those people who are doing a PhD from a UGC recognized university. It is also good for people who want to get into UGC jobs. Okay, so that is it. Okay, all management colleges, all IIMs, etc. go on ABDC. They ask us how many ABDC papers you have. Okay, so I have till C level, B level I have. A I'm trying. I hope by the time I just wish by the time I take the next FDP in July, I'm done with A also, but I know it's not possible. Okay, impact factor. Impact factor is a very, very dicey thing. Please don't go by impact factor. Right now, when you join PhD, you will be getting emails. You will be getting emails. Get your paper published. There will be emails coming which say publish in so and so paper. It is in UGC care list. It is in so and so list, and pay this much. Okay, so all those papers are something we call predictory journals. Don't fall for them. Don't fall for them. What is H index? H index means for every 10 papers that are cited on, for me, I get a 1 mark. It is like saying for every 10 papers, my H index is 1. So if my H index is 5, which means 50 people have cited me. This is an index used for authors, not for paper. It is used for authors on a website, Google Scholar citations. Okay, it is not for paper. Paper की quality जानने के लिए H index नहीं होता. Okay, so we are stopping here, and okay, I hope this is understood, and I've gone back to Google now. I have to tell you what if a paper does not open. ठीक है, उसका भी यहाँ कोई पेपर है नहीं. Okay, let me look at social media use. Have you noticed? Just see, is there any paper which is not opening? All are opening. What does this mean? Is it a gap? All papers are open source free papers. Is there a gap? Or there is no gap? So many papers are available open source. There is no gap. It is a dead topic. It's a dead topic. Don't take it. Now see this topic. Purchase intention of animal welfare products. Animal welfare means those products which are not hindering animals. Now look at this. Okay, and there are papers, one, the word is not there, but just imagine if there is a paid paper, suppose this one, I'm just taking, will take me to the website. Of course it has a PDF, but I'm just showing you what to do. It has a PDF, no doubt. Now suppose you come to this page. Okay, now what will it say? It will say pay and then take the paper. Suppose, okay, suppose you click this, you see this Elsevier paper and they say pay. What you do is you right click and copy the address bar, and put it on a website called, I'll just show you, put it on a website called sci-hub.pw. You will see a crow. Can everybody see a crow? Quickly say yes so that I can move forward. Quickly. Okay. Now I have copied the address bar. I have put it over here. I will paste it over here. And ये chat मेरे रास्ते में आ रही है. And I will press open. And the full paper will open even if it is paid. All paid papers open, and this lady who you see waving, can you see a lady waving? She's recently come waving. Can you see a lady waving? Okay, so she's actually a Russian lady who made this website. Ideally, it's not a very professional way to go about, but for all those people who want to get access to this, yes, it is a free open source, but it's not very much advocated in our line. But through this, you can open any paid paper, but Emerald papers don't open in this. Okay, emerald papers don't open in this. So what you have to do is you have to go to something called ResearchGate, and I'll tell you how to go on it. See the PPTs now. Let me finish this, and then in the question answer session, I'll go to ResearchGate also. I'll show you what is ResearchGate. Don't worry. Okay, now back to my process. Number one, my interest area, my motivation to do work. Number two, now you guys know how to open A grade papers. Now you shouldn't say, ma'am, I didn't get papers. You should only say that if you say, ma'am, I did not get a gap. Okay, you should not say, ma'am, I didn't get papers. So you have chosen your interest area. You have accessed A grade journals. You have typed a specific term on Google Scholar. What was the term I typed? What was the specific term I typed for my interest on Google Scholar right now in the demo? Do you guys remember? Does anybody remember? Okay, it was purchase intention of animal welfare products. Purchase intention, yes, of animal welfare products. Now, I saw the most cited papers. By default, Google first page gives me citations of not less than 500 citations. Awesome way of finding out papers, okay? And I studied the scope of future studies. Now, this is what you can do. In some of the papers that you study your topic, you're studying your topic, you've still not come on research objective. You are still studying your topic. So when you study your topic, sometimes you see a paper, and then at the end of the paper, you see something called scope of future studies. Okay, this could be the gap. This could also be the topic. Okay, is this much clear? Can I proceed further quickly? I'll go a little quick. Yeah, now, this is my area of interest. I'm doing the whole process with my area of interest. Okay, so the first thing in the slide was, interest area, motivation. This is my interest area. I hate products being made of animal leather. I hate animals being killed for whatever material is being used. Now you have a picture of a shoe, and you see all this when you read articles, when you study. Everything comes from study. So this was a shoe flaunted by some Beyonce. She's a celebrity, and imagine she actually tailor-made this shoe, and it was made out of these animals. They all were killed to make this one shoe. Okay, so now this is my motivation. I work on sustainable products. I work in sustainability. There are 17 sustainability goals in which I work on animals. I primarily work on animal harm. Okay, and what is my topic? This is okay. This is a problem in the industry. What is my topic? My topic is, what are the motivators for a consumer when he buys a product like this, despite the fact he knows that an animal has been harmed? This is my topic. This is not my title. This is not my research objective. Okay, quickly going to the next step. A grade journals, for example, for this particular topic, I got a paper which said consumer liking and willingness to pay for high welfare animal based product. This was the title of the paper. It was, I think, an Elsevier paper. It was written by Napolitano et al. 2010. Okay, I read the abstract. First thing, I read the abstract. And when I read the abstract, even if you read the abstract, I found out that yes, this is the paper which can help me in my topic. It uses words like purchase intention. It uses words like animal-based products. It uses words like animal welfare. So the abstract is the next level of inclusion or exclusion. Okay, I hope this much is clear. If I'm going fast, just stop me. Next is future scope of the paper. I would like you to take a minute and read the future scope. I've actually, can everybody read the future scope and see that how you can find out a gap? These are actual paragraphs taken from a paper. Okay, so let me read the second one. It says, although not its main objective, the present results suggest that the dynamics of vegetarian included dissonance may vary across cultures. It says it could have been taken with other methodologies. Okay, so maybe this person, when you read the paper and you come to future scope, जब आप पूरा पेपर पढ़ेंगे और फ्यूचर स्कोप में आएंगे, तो हो सकता है उस इंसान ने लिखा हो कि मेरी स्टडी तो क्वालिटेटिव थी, आप इसको आगे क्वांटिटेटिव में ले जाइए, तो दैट बिकम्स अ गैप. ठीक है, हो सकता है वो कहे कि मैंने तो इस पे सेम मॉडल लगाया, एक टेक्निक है सेम, घबराइए मत सेम के नाम से, सेम एक टेक्निक है और मुझे लगता है आगे इस पे मेटा एनालिसिस लग सकती है. ऐसे ऑथर्स खुद अपने पेपर के एंड में लिखते हैं, अच्छे पेपर्स में लिखते हैं, आप उसको पकड़ लीजिए और उसको अपना गैप बना लीजिए. ओके, सो दिस इज द वे यू फाइंड आउट द टॉपिक रैशनल गैप. अभी मैं ऑब्जेक्टिव्स पे नहीं आई हूं. इज द रैशनल एंड गैप क्लियर? कैन आई गो फॉरवर्ड? I have to quickly come to objectives. Can I go forward? Any doubts still here? Any? Okay, doubts I'll take later. Okay, yes. Now come to objectives. Now here starts the technical part. Here starts the technical part. I was attending an FTP of Dr. Neeraj Kaushik. I do attend his FTPs. Many of the concepts that I'm telling you are learned from him. And he says objective में पूरा PhD दिखना चाहिए. I repeat, in your objective, the whole PhD should be seen. Your objective should tell whether it's a univariate, bivariate, multivariate or not. Okay. Now, let me go to objectives. What are research objectives? अभी तक हम किस चीज की बात कर रहे थे? सिर्फ टॉपिक की. अभी तक मैं ऑब्जेक्टिव पे नहीं आई थी. अब आई एम कमिंग टू ऑब्जेक्टिव. I was only talking about research topic. Now I'm coming to objective. An objective is actually writing down a statement. An objective is writing down a statement with words like to compare, to calculate, to assess, to evaluate, to describe, to determine. आप बस इतना समझिए कि if you have understood your topic, you can write it in a statement. It becomes an objective. Number one, ideally, you should not be having for a PhD more than 2 to 3 objectives. If you have some 7, 8 objectives, it's of no use. I'll tell you the reason for it. The reason for it is that your research will become very vast and you lose the topic. You lose the topic. Okay, so if I give an example of sustainable development, there are some 17 sustainable development goals. One says we should be good to environment, one says we should be good to animals, one says we should be good to X, one says we should be good to Y. I have picked up only and only animal welfare, and only that becomes my research objective. Start becoming specific. Start becoming specific, and you have to become specific in the assignment that I'm giving you today. Okay, so I hope objective is a statement, okay, a very clear statement which tells me what you are doing. Now, while writing an objective, you have to know some technical terms. Before, how many of you know, sorry, how many of you know what's a variable? How many of you know what is variable? Quickly, yes or no? Quickly. Yes. Variable is something. No. Yes. Okay. Variable is something that has to vary, which means just look on the right side. There is a graph. It says stress is increasing. The best variable example is COVID period, and this 3 months. मुझे तो लगता है बंदा ना भी खुदकुशी करता हो तो कर जाएगा. And lately there was also, which is very depressing, that of Sushant. I mean, a person like him who actually advocated. So ये period ऐसा है, ये 3 महीने ऐसे हैं कि कोई ना भी खुदकुशी करता होगा तो शायद कर जाएगा, because the stress levels are varying. Okay, I again quote one of the FTP experts. They said, except for time, अगर 2 बजेंगे तो रोज 2 बजेंगे, उसी वक्त पे 2 बजेंगे, एग्जैक्ट 2 बजेंगे. Except for time, everything is variable. Go ahead, do research. But research सिर्फ और सिर्फ variable पे होती है. Research will only and only be done on a variable. Is this much clear? So stress is a variable. What sorts of variables are there? You have to learn now these terms, because you will not be able to phrase your research objective without it. that variable are of primarily two types: independent, dependent. Okay, independent and dependent. Now look at this slide. This is a example I quoted in meta-analysis also, and amateurs liked it very much. I went to students and said, I said, when your father scolds you, do you cry? मैंने लोगों से पूछा, मैंने कहा आप स्टूडेंट्स हैं, मेरे पर्ल एकेडमी के बच्चे हैं, ग्रेजुएशन के बच्चे हैं, आजकल बच्चे भी थोड़े नरम टाइप ही हैं, बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट तो हम उनसे होते नहीं। तो मैंने उनको जाके पूछा कि जब आपके पापा आपको जोर से चिल्लाते हैं, क्या आप रोते हो? तो उन्होंने कहा हाँ हम रोते हैं. They said yes, I cry. Most of them said I cry. And I also asked them, when your father shouts on you and you cry, is there somebody else also who comes in between? कोई ऐसा इंसान आता है बीच में जब आपके पापा आपको इतनी जोर से डांट रहे होते हैं? क्या कोई ऐसा इंसान आता है जो उस रिलेशनशिप को हिला दे या कोई उसमें फर्क कर दे? Does any third person come inside who affects the relationship between your father and you crying, your father screaming and you crying? And then they said yes, mummy aa jati hai. They say yes, mummy comes in between. Now the father here, please understand only with the diagram, forget all logics. The father here is the independent variable. The child here is the dependent variable. The mother here is called the confounding variable. I repeat, the father here is an independent variable, the child here is a dependent variable, and the mother here is a confounding variable. Okay, why is father independent? Forget confounding, we'll explain later. Why is father independent and why is the child dependent? Initially when I started research, I used to confuse. I sometimes, you know, while writing a research objective, I used to write the child in the father's place and father in the child's place. मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आता था कि डिसाइड कैसे करते हैं कि डिपेंडेंट कौन है, इंडिपेंडेंट कौन है. There are ways of deciding it. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. Understand dependent and independent as a cause and effect. ठीक है, हमेशा ये देखिए कि कॉज क्या है. ठीक है, जो कॉज है वो इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होगा, जो इफेक्ट है वो डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होगा. आई रिपीट, ट्राई एंड एनालाइज द कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. जो कॉज होगा वो इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होगा, जो इफेक्ट होगा वो डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल होगा. ठीक है, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, the variable that is manipulated by the researcher is independent. Independent variable is the cause. कहीं पर लिख लीजिए और कल तक इसको मेमोराइज कर लीजिए. प्लीज राइट इट डाउन समवेयर and please memorize this for the next 5 days. Tomorrow I'll take a small test also. Let me declare a test also so that, okay. Here, father is the independent variable because he caused the crime. And child is the dependent variable because he had the effect of the scolding. Okay. Now, second thing, how you see. Independent variable can be manipulated by the researcher. For example, when I will make 2 columns in Excel, I'm not talking about SPSS, I'm not talking about analysis right now. Everybody knows Microsoft Excel? Everybody knows Microsoft Excel? Can I explain on that? When I do research, I make 2 columns. One column may I will write down what is the intensity of father scolding. Suppose he scolded too much, neutral, not much, not at all. Okay, I will write the frequency of father scolding. And on one side, I can write how much did the child cry. Now, I as a researcher can write down how much the father scolded. But I as a researcher, can I control how much did the child cry? Can I do that? Yes or no? I cannot control. I cannot control. So independent variable is that variable which I can manipulate. I can say इतना डांटा, फिर देखते हैं कितना इफेक्ट हुआ है. अच्छा चलो थोड़ा डांटा, अब देखते हैं कितना इफेक्ट हुआ. अच्छा चलो बहुत ज्यादा चीखा, अब देखते हैं कितना इफेक्ट हुआ. Who's varying the independent variable? Who's varying the father? Me, researcher. Me, researcher. But being a researcher, I can manipulate. It is under my control. It is under my control. मैं एक कॉलम बनाऊंगी और मैं I will write down इसने इतना ज्यादा डांटा, फिर इसने इतना डांटा, फिर इसने इतना डांटा, and I will see कि वो बच्चा कितना रोया. लेकिन I'm not doing it the other way. I'm not doing it the other way. I'm not first writing कि पहले देख लेते हैं बच्चा कितना रोया, फिर देखेंगे फादर ने कितना डांटा. Because the effect is crying, the cause is not crying. Is this much first understood? If it's understood, I'm coming up with a question quickly. Is this much understood? If it is understood, I'm coming with a question and all we have to answer within 1 minute. I'm giving you 1 minute to answer. 1 minute I'm giving you to answer. Okay, my question is, listen very carefully. Listen my objective. Listen my objective. I want to study poll. I want to study the impact of traffic on pollution. I am repeating. I want to study the impact of traffic on pollution. Tell me which is the independent variable. Quickly. Traffic independent. Very good. Very good. Great. I think this concept is clear. I'm rushing to the next one. बस समझ आ गई, अब और नहीं समझाना. Quickly. Next one. Okay. Now look at the research objectives which I have given over here. I have explained to you, before writing your objective, you have to know what is dependent, what is independent. You have to know what is co-founder. A co-founder I'll come to, and you have to know what is control. Okay, now just see the first statement. All of you tell me which is the variable. दो चीजें मिलेंगी हर स्टेटमेंट में. वेरिएबल मिलेगा, कांस्टेंट मिलेगा. मुझे वेरिएबल का नाम चाहिए. स्टेटमेंट नंबर 1. क्विकली, इट्स अ रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव. इट्स एक्चुअली अ रिसर्च ऑब्जेक्टिव. मुझे वेरिएबल चाहिए इसमें. क्विकली, quick. Cognitive dissonance. Okay. मिलेनियल कंज्यूमर की एज बदल रही है, नहीं बदल रही. अगर मैं 20 साल का बच्चा स्टडी कर रही हूँ, मैं 20 साल का ही बच्चा स्टडी कर रही हूँ. दैट इज कांस्टेंट. व्हाट एम आई स्टडीइंग? आई एम स्टडीइंग कि उस 20 साल के बच्चे, चाहे मैं 300 का सैंपल ले लूं, उस 20 साल के 300 बच्चों का कॉग्निटिव डिसोनेंस कैसे हिल रहा है. तो बदल क्या रहा है? कॉग्निटिव डिसोनेंस. ओके, इज इट क्लियर? वेरिएबल इज कौन? आपको कितने वेरिएबल दिखे? मुझे नंबर बताइए क्विकली. How many variables? Cognitive dissonance is the right answer. How many variables? Numbers, quickly, numbers. 1. Very good. 1. Very good. Okay. Now, this sort of a statement, this sort of an objective, okay, with only one variable. अभी के लिए सिर्फ ध्यान रख लीजिए. I will explain and I will go to univariate, bivariate. Don't worry. This sort of an objective which shows only one variable, I can make out from this PhD thesis and this objective that this person will go for univariate analysis. I repeat, this first objective that I see, this is a PhD student's objective. I see only one variable in this, so I am dead sure that he will go for a univariate analysis. Statement number 2. Statement number 2. Tell me how many variables and what are the variables? Quickly. Name the variable. Name the variable. Variable name करिए. First is dissonance. दूसरा कोई बता नहीं रहा, किसी को आ नहीं रहा तो दूसरा कोई बता भी नहीं रहा. ये अच्छा है. पहला dissonance फटाफट लिख दो, बच जाओ. The second variable is Indians versus Europeans. Okay, तो सेकेंड वेरिएबल को हम नाम दे सकते हैं रीजन. Okay, now why is it a variable? Because sometimes I will take India, sometimes I will take Europe. I repeat, why is this a variable? Because sometimes I will take India, sometimes I will take Europe. So here I have two variables and a study. This is again an objective. This is again an objective of a PhD student. This variable, this objective having two variables is called bivariate analysis. I am dead sure this person further, I can see from the objective, this guy will go for bivariate analysis. Bi means two, variate means variables. Is the second one clear? Can I go to the third example? Can I go to the third example? Yes, okay. Read the example number 3. Read the example number 3 and tell me how many variables. Read example number 3, tell me how many variables. If you know this, your introduction chapter is done. Topic मैंने बता दिया, research objective बनाना सिखा दिया, gap बना दिया, introduction chapter is done. 2, 3 also somebody is saying. No, there are 2. There are 2. Chalo, I give you a hint. There are 2. Tell me which 2. There are 2. One is dissonance and one is peta-adds. Very good. And peta-adds and dissonance. Which one is the independent variable out of these? This is again bivariate analysis. This is again bivariate analysis. Which is independent? Which is independent? Yes, peta-adds is independent. Is this much understood? Is this much understood to everybody? Again, objective number 3. Now, the difference between objective number 2 and objective number 3 is there is a word called impact. Impact. अच्छा, by the way, do you guys understand what is dissonance? Dissonance समझ आता है सबको? मैं plain language में बता देती हूँ. जब आप कोई कपड़ा खरीद के घर आते हैं या कोई गाड़ी खरीद के घर आते हैं और dissatisfied हो जाते हैं कि यार मैंने गलत खरीद लिया, इससे अच्छा मैं दूसरा ब्रांड खरीद लेता, उसको हम dissonance कहते हैं. Yes, dissatisfaction. ठीक है? So is it clear? Okay, quickly come to the fourth variable. थोड़ा सा अब अपनी स्पीड बढ़ाएंगे, थोड़ी सी स्पीड बढ़ाएंगे. Come to the fourth objective. बताइए कितने वेरिएबल हैं? 3. Very good. Which are the 3? Quickly. नाम बताइए. तीनों के नाम चाहिए. Peta, visual, dissonance. Very good. So peta-adds, visuals of peta-adds and dissonance. ठीक है, 3 वेरिएबल आ गए. ओके, वेरी गुड. कौन से 2 वेरिएबल इंडिपेंडेंट हैं? Which 2 variables are independent? Which 2 variables are independent? Yes. Advertisement, peta advertisement and visuals. Peta advertisements and visuals 2 वेरिएबल इंडिपेंडेंट हैं. Which is the dependent variable? Quickly. Okay, acha, now this has how many variables? It has more than 2. It has 3 variables. This sort of a research is called multivariate research. Okay, any research which has more than 2 variables is called multivariable research. Okay, and the last objective पढ़िए और मुझे बताइए कि यूनिवेरिएट है, बाईवेरिएट है कि मल्टीवेरिएट है, डिपेंडेंट कौन सा है, इंडिपेंडेंट कौन सा है. लास्ट वाला सबसे मुश्किल है. ओके, मल्टी है बिकॉज आई एम सेइंग स्टडी ऑल फैक्टर्स. So there could be 10 factors, there could be 20 factors, there could be 30 factors. Okay, so it is multivariate. Which is the dependent variable over here? Which is the dependent variable in the last statement? Dissonance. Dissonance is dependent. Is this clear to everybody? Now the next step, you have made your research objective. Your research objective. Now what all have you done? What all have you done? You have made your topic. Okay, you have made research objectives. Okay, research objectives are very specific. I can very clearly see my variables in the research objective. I know where to head, do a univariate, bivariate, multivariate. qualitative, quantitative, I can decide from this. The last thing which you have to do in chapter number 1, introduction, is to define the operational definitions, which was the dependent variable I was using from the past half an hour. सारे जो पीछे objectives थे उसमें dependent variable कौन सा था? All examples that I've given you in the last slide, research objectives, what was the dependent? It was dissonance. Yes. In all the objectives, whether it was univariate, bivariate, multivariate, the objective, the dependent variable was dissonance. Here I define dissonance. My dear, you will get in 20 different papers, you will get 20 different definitions. Now, if you ask me, ma'am, which one is right? No one is right and everybody is right. When you go for your first Viva and you go for your introduction chapter and you stand in front of your guide and say, operational definition, okay, my dependent variable was dissonance, I have to define it. I will go in front of the committee, I will say, ma'am, this is my topic, and I define dissonance as being psychologically uncomfortable, so uncomfortable that it motivates the person to reduce it. This is definition given by Festinger 1957. Ma'am will say, no, so and so has defined as so and so. Yes, ma'am, I have that definition also. You will take at least 5 definitions of the same variable to your Viva. At least 5 definitions. And still if the ma'am says, no, it doesn't match my definition, you can ask the panel, ma'am, which author are you quoting? I'm quoting some other author. It is absolutely fine to tell your panel, ma'am, I quoted this author, because this one word alone, dissonance, must have been defined by some 500 people. Remember, Google Scholar, A grade papers, most cited definitions will also come from there. Definitions will also come from there. Okay. Yes. So this is how I have defined. I have also defined animal welfare. I was using 2 variables in the whole study. One was dissonance and I have defined both. So should we stop here or should we take a question answer session first and then see if we can carry on? Can we take a question? If any of you have questions to ask, particularly of your topic. Okay, Nana, you'll have to see who's raising the hand and unmute them so that they can ask questions. Now this is your hour. This is your 1 hour. Okay, we are unmuting each one of you. I want 50 questions. 50, 52 jitne bhi log hain. Your chapter number 1 is done.